Good afternoon. I am an urban conservative. I disagree that all forms of conservatism is evil and that all forms of liberalism is good, because that is simply not true. My focus is strictly on innovation as it pertains to urban core areas and both domestically and globally. I am interested in improving our urban communities all across the diaspora. I am not part of the Tea Party or GOP establishment or anything like that. My thinking is far more independent than most. I think both political parties in this country has failed Americans, and those people who continue to kiss the ass of the elephant or donkey are still asleep in their own world. I try to study as much as possible. I read as much as possible. I believe in solutions, systems, and models that are proven to work. You won't hear me talk about a constitutional limited government in the inner cities because most of them are simply not interested. I don't need to talk about the Second Amendment because I think most people in urban communities are masters when it comes to gun rights. I cannot talk about a strong national defense if my city defense is weak and weak as water with the lack of policing. What I'm interested in is how to improve the quality of life that directly impacts people. This includes how to stop crime and how to rebuild families. Yes, I'm still pro-life. That means I support life from the womb to the tomb. If you cannot take care of the baby that you're having, then consider adoption. I am pro-choice when it comes to educational choice, whether it's magnet schools, home schools, charter schools, vouchers, or tax credits. I support a balanced and fair government. I think Americans deserve better leadership than what we have from the local to the federal levels of government. I support marriage between man and woman only. I think there's nothing more beautiful than watching a man kissing his wife. This simply don't mean I hate gays or lesbians. It's simply I just don't support their lifestyle. Of course, I'm a Christian. I know that's hard to believe for some of you guys who are watching this video, but yes, I'm a Christian. However, I'm not fanatical with my beliefs. I don't wear Jesus Christ on my sleeve, and my actions speak louder than words. I don't bash other faiths. I'm a listener and a learner because we can all listen and learn from one another. I'm an independent thinker. I do not walk lockstep with any political party. I agree with some things both party offers. I disagree with both parties as well. And sorry, I don't buy into this whole colorblind argument. There's no such thing as being colorblind. I love color because it promotes life. Hey, I read the works of Milton Friedman and Walter Williams and Marcus Garvey and others who give me a holistic approach to solutions, not just a cookie-cutter approach to solutions. I think both liberals and conservatives have destroyed America due to the fear and ignorance. The Tea Party is no different than the Occupy movement. MSNBC and Fox compete for ratings, and the GOP blocks bills, and Democrats would have done the same thing if a Republican president had introduced bills as well. You see how foolish our nation has become, so divided off silliness like partisan politics. I respect and love our Jewish and Hispanic and our Arab and Asian and African brothers and sisters. The reason? They represent both sides of the political aisle in this country, and while they may have differences, when it's time to deal with real issues, they come together to get the job done. Hispanic Democrats and Republicans like to tackle the issue of immigration. Asians tackle the issues of free trade and the four Asian tigers. Jewish representatives work with people like ZOA and AIPAC on behalf of Israel, and Arabs come together on issues of energy and oil and trade. I think more Africans on both sides of the aisle need to do a much better job of tackling our issues as well, but we're making progress. On the other hand, it's virtually impossible for black Americans on both sides of the aisle to come together on policy issues without calling each other names, as if they're like in 5th or 6th grade. Black liberals call black conservatives sellouts and Uncle Toms, while black conservatives continue to say how black liberals are stuck on the liberal plantation with their slave masters and how brainwashed black liberals are with the Democratic Party. Both sides are being played by their puppet masters, and nothing ever gets done with this type of mentality. Black Americans must learn how to leverage their political capital on both sides of the aisle to become effective if they want to play this game in the 21st century. That's my 2 cents, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.